board would like to congratulate Andy Sherman and his wife, Laura, who gave birth to a baby boy. Everybody is doing well. Andy is taking a little bit of time away from the town. I'm not sure we'd call it time off. Congratulations to the Westford robotics team and their accomplishments in the state robotics championship.
We were given a challenge to pick up these little balls and blocks. Placing it in the top level gives you the most points. We decided to attack that challenge by having this 4-bar linkage arm that's entirely designed and 3D printed, custom for our robot. On the underside, we have a very unique motor system. Very, very proud of this robot.
The board would like to thank both Manny Manulopoulos and Warren Adam, who have been our representative and alternate for the Nashoba Valley Tech School Committee over the past couple of years.
Pleased to say that the planning board heard from town engineering, from the fire department on the proposal to put a new fire training facility on Grenville Road. And that was approved last night, 5-0. One step forward with the town farm preservation project.
We are having a community restorative circle. We had one about 2 weeks ago on the 10th, and we had a good turnout and we had a good response from the participants. And a number of people wanted to participate who couldn't, so we're offering another one. The second event that I want to bring up is that Wayland has invited us to participate in a diversity town hall. It is in person, but they're also making it available virtually. Both are in response to the recent event at a Wayland Westford basketball game.
Okay, I've lived in Westford for 21 years. Just to let you know, I am opposed to turning Columbus Day into Indigenous Peoples Day. I actually find it quite divisive. Italian Americans have been mistreated. Native Americans aren't the only one. I don't understand why all of a sudden we have to go to this new history of Columbus. And everyone knows that you don't judge historical figures by present standards.
I am also opposed to Indigenous Peoples Day, but for, I guess, a slightly different reason. I was really looking for a broader historical treatment of the local tribal peoples of this area. My understanding is it's the Nipmuc people that were most common in this region. And I really feel that a multi-year kind of study into local tribal peoples is the way to go, so we can build a historical consensus. And then once we find that true history, then we can settle on a day that's most fitting.
A request for a special license and public entertainment on Sunday license. The event is the Golf Ball Drop fundraiser. The applicant is Sandra Hobby on behalf of the Westford Rotary and Good Pick and Farm.
So moved.
Second. Aye.
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 Joint meeting with the school committee and the town moderator to discuss the composition change at the Nashoba Valley Technical School Committee. We are losing a position on the school committee for Nashoba Valley. Up until now, we've had 2 members plus an alternate, but because of a decrease in the census now, we can only have 1 member and 1 alternate.
We've had 2 applicants for the single position, Noel Almeida and Alicia Mallon.
I come at this from the demand side. I look at what are graduates of these programs going to do, where are they needed, and where are they likely to succeed? Are they a good fit for the companies that they're going to work for? And are these companies a good fit for them? What excites me is that we can have this kind of education that they come day one out of Nashoba Tech without a huge amount of loans, and they have a fair amount of training. They could walk in an internship and, in a couple of years be very productive.
My son was considering applying to Nashoba Tech. He has since been accepted. In the last couple of months, I've started attending some of the Nashoba Tech meetings. So I am not running for the Westford School Committee again. So they admitted 220 freshmen in the last incoming class. And as of right now, they have 387 applicants for their freshman class alone. They are looking at the potential of not necessarily being able to accept school choice students for what would be the 3rd year in a row. And anyone who's worked with a school budget or with town side budget with schools knows that not being able to accept school choice is a funding issue. And then that can have dominoing impacts on the assessment to towns and things like that. My experience over the last several years with Chapter 70 funding and the Student Opportunity Act and how budgets work within towns and my working relationship, my very active working relationship with the town, I think could be helpful in both directions.
All those in favor of Noel Almeida being appointed to this position, please raise your hands. Andrea, John?
Yes. Okay.
I verify.
Scott?
Affirmative.
Ming Chen is raising his hand. He's off screen.
Yeah, yes.
All those in favor of Alicia Mallon, please raise your hands. Can you verify, please, Catherine, verbally?
Yes.
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 Alicia has secured the higher number of votes, so she will be the appointment to the alternate chair.
Consider recommendations from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee to rename Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day in the town of Westford.
There's basically one message that I'd like everyone to embrace that is the foundation for our support. Empathy and curiosity are not limited resources. That it's important for Westford to take a perspective on this issue that recognizes that there are two sides to any historical effect that we may consider, and an important message to get out to the world that we recognize the effect on peoples who historically haven't had a voice. It's a mindset that includes curiosity, that includes empathy, but it's also a rejection of invisibility. It's a rejection of exploitation. It's a rejection of genocide level harm to peoples. What it is a recognition that it happened. Our recommendation emphatically is not in any way, shape, or form a rejection of Italian American culture. As Indigenous Peoples Day allows us to say we recognize the strongly negative effect of the history of the exploration of this country. It's not a rejection of the positive things that brought. Those things are celebrated 24/7, 365. Recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day is just a step towards looking at a different perspective that is not recognized 24/7. That's why we believe it's something worth opening the discussion for. You know, the folks who signed in tonight to say their perspectives, great. I don't think we had that so much before the last time it came up.
I am going to make the following proposal to the select board, bringing it not to town meeting, but making this a ballot question makes it even more inclusive than just bringing it to town meeting, where traditionally we've had anywhere from 200 to 300, maybe 400 people attend.
Yeah, so I support the idea of a ballot for all kinds of reasons. It's the most representative way to have the town voice its opinion.
Yeah, I would support it going to the ballot as well. I feel like we are listening, or we are hearing from a lot of different pockets in the community, so it kind of gives them all a chance to speak.
I've long held that we need to do more to help the Native Americans and Indigenous people with their livelihoods. I think we need to improve their lives here and contribute more to that. Having a day, Indigenous Peoples Day, is really symbolic.
Well, I don't think we're going to meet the ballot for May, since that's, like 6 weeks away. And so it seems to me that what makes sense is to aim for the September election, which I believe is the primary election. Meredith Kelly and Kathy Creed, I see you both have your hands up. You have both spoken earlier during open forum. I think the only topic that is under discussion right now is whether we're going to make this as a ballot question.
I'll move that this very important topic, with wording to be further refined later, be put forward as a ballot question for the September election.
I second it.
Aye.
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 Aye. Considered entering a development agreement with the Hanover Company to support an affordable housing project at 250 Littleton Road through the local initiative program.
This would essentially allow Hanover, if the board is amenable, you would be a co-applicant to that LIP application that we spoke about. That would allow them to file a comprehensive permit application with the Zoning Board of Appeals. When the town partners with a developer in a cooperative manner like this, sometimes this is known as a friendly 40B. Hanover is offering to incorporate certain design features, such as sustainability, into a possible project at that location. They're also offering to work with the town to help us draft some preliminary language to help us address the MBTA community requirements for multifamily housing.
We have a strategic focus on high quality rental communities. We've developed over 50,000 apartment homes across the country. I also want to add that we had a very positive and collaborative relationship with the town's land use management department, the zoning board, and all of the town departments.
The reason for us to do this now, in a sense, is because we have more leverage and because it gives us an opportunity to further develop our own policy and process.
I make a motion to authorize the planning staff and town council to prepare a draft development agreement with the Hanover Company that supports developing an affordable housing project at 250 Littleton Road through the local initiative program.
Second.
Aye.
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 Aye. We have a request from the Westford Housing Authority to sign a local initiative program, affordable housing deed rider, for the property located at 6 Cooper's Way, Unit 19.
We sold this affordable unit recently, and it needs to be signed by the Board of Selectmen to complete the process for this affordable unit.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Aye.
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 Aye. We have a request to disband the AmeriCorps Task Force.
So moved.
The second?
Aye.
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 Aye. Thanks everyone for tonight. Everybody, good night, Westford. Everybody stay safe and be well.